Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we're at Poros here, and there's been a few updates, like John Mary's has been taken by the North. I'm not too sure if it was by the North before, but we're going to talk to two lords from the Western Empire here. I'm not too sure if they're going to be willing to join us. He definitely is. Ooh, yeah, he definitely is. But what I'm hoping, obviously, is both of them join us. We can declare war on the West, take the rest of the West land, then maybe declare war on Valandia or something, because I think we're paying a decent chunk of money to Valandia. That's 530k for him to join us, which is pretty good. Yeah, we've been paying 1.7k to Valandia. What's the most tribute we're paying? Yeah, so we need to probably declare war on them. But also Vipons here, which was two lords we wanted to join us, which we're obviously talking to them both now. But once we get both of them to join us, we can just completely utterly just finish off the West. They've only got one town, two castles. We can take that land, give it to our clans, and that should be pretty good, I would say. But obviously, we're going to need to save first. I'm gonna obviously hope that both of them join us. If both of them join us, that's going to be pretty good. And then I think we'll probably declare war on them after. I'm not too sure if we have support for war. He is wanting to join us. Yeah, so both of them are very happy to join us here. And we can just declare war on the West here. I think I'll be back once we've gathered an army. It'll probably cost like 1,000 influence or something like that to declare war. Let's see. Ooh, 875. Yeah, so we're going to declare war on them, and I'll be back once we've got an army to siege Poros, so I'll see you then. Right, so we're back. You can see we're in the battle here, and we're going to hopefully crush them. We've got a little bit more men than them. We outnumber them, I think, 2-1 basically in the full siege, but obviously the initial battle, they outnumber us. If we can pick a lot of their men off the walls, which it looks like we're doing. Oh, I've actually went this side thinking it was the... We're actually going to need to move over this way, I think. Yeah, I was thinking that would be the battering ram, well, not battering ram, but I was thinking all of those ladders, but we built one siege engine, so we've actually got only one way to get up easily. So obviously we're going to go ahead and... Ooh, I must just retreat the men. We've obviously only got one way to go up quickly, so we're going to get our archers set up over here. We're going to get the infantry moving over here. Once the men all get over here, we're going to be pretty good here. Especially considering we'll clear out this archer, well, the wall of archers here. Then it's just going to be pretty good for us. I am actually getting quite a few good kills here. I'm taking a decent chunk of damage though. Not an insane amount. Ooh, I say that as I get a headshot for 12. Yeah, I've single-handedly cleared out a lot of these archers and crossbowmen. Yeah, I can charge the infantry. All the units are here, I think. Well, two lots of them are. I don't think all of them are, but we can obviously get up here. And yeah, they've got a decent chunk more losses than us. I've basically killed their full defense worth of kills myself. Ooh, luckily the Fiend Champions made sure we didn't fall now. Yeah, they're getting absolutely peppered off these walls here, because if they get hit once, they'll drop their shield a little bit, and then they just get killed. Yeah, this is going decently nice here. They do have 800 men. And they have 500 garrison with 300 militia, so they should have decently powerful men. Especially with that being their last town. They've got another two castles though. Oh, I need to make sure not to go down here. Yeah, we have got decent chunk of men on the walls though here. We've got enough that we can probably just win this battle straight up with the men we've got in the walls. Because we've got very elite men in the walls. I've also cleared out most of my garrisons. I know I've been doing obviously in between episodes and in cuts, but I've got all my garrisons besides Ormore down to 50, and all my towns are basically maxed out. Like all of the projects are maxed out and stuff. So we've got very strong towns. We can start making a lot of money off them, and obviously the more money we're making off them, the better. Ooh, I did get shot there, so we went down here, but we should just be able to take this wall with what we've got currently. We've got like 25 men on the walls, so we should just be able to take it over with what we've got. And then the reinforcement of the gates and the siege engine should just be an absolute sweep. Yeah, we are just absolutely flooding in, especially with the gate bursting open now. This battle is going very, very nice. Yeah, we cleared out 300 of them to 120, which obviously is definitely not bad. And we're getting reinforcements. They probably got one more wave of reinforcements, I would say. It looks like they don't actually. It looks like that is the victory here. We did just crush them. That's very, very nice here. So what I'm going to do is I'll be back with the vote. Right, so back as you see. Ronti got taken by the Valandians. I don't know if I updated you. I don't think I did. And we've also got obviously the vote of Poros here. It's probably going to go to, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's probably going to go to Aemon. And Vipon's hopefully going to get these 2 castles. Voldia could do with the thief. But we're going to obviously siege Onika. I'll be back once we're ready to launch assault, so I'll see you then. Actually, we're not going to skip because we're just going to be able to launch assault straight away here. I don't think it's worth just waiting because they're going to have no catapults and we're not going to break the walls, so we might as well just launch assault straight away here. We should be able to easily come out with this victory. We've obviously still got a big force. Obviously every siege we do, we have less men. But we left the town with about 250 men, I think. So we're still pretty powerful. And we've got a good garrison in there. The west obviously only has 2 castles left. So once we take this, they're going to be basically dead because they've got 1 castle left after this. So this should be pretty nice here. We should be able to end the west. We might be able to also end the southern empire as well, wiping out 2 kingdoms in 1 episode. And then obviously the next episode we might want to try and, well, I don't think we're not going to be able to wipe out the south this episode, I don't think. But if we wipe out the south next, then we should be able to wipe out the Crusades after that. Then the north and Valandia are going to be a bit more tough. I think Britannia should be relatively easy though. They've only got 3 towns practically. They've got quite a few clans that I'd want to hire though. Ooh, this wall defense is very strong. I'm hoping they do the weird thing where they retreat even though they outnumber us. Which it doesn't look like they're doing. Which it would be very helpful if they did right now because right now we're struggling. Ooh, this guy's just getting 3 hits. Oh, I actually went down straight away there. That guy was getting 3 hits and I dealt 40 damage to him with a 2-handed weapon. This could be a very devastating battle. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to break through here. This definitely could be a devastating battle here. We're taking a lot of losses here. We are getting a good amount of kills though, luckily. We're still getting a few kills here and there, which is definitely helping. Yeah, we managed to get a few men on the walls. We need to flood more men on the walls now. Are we getting reinforcements? No, we've got 120 archers. Now I see the problem. We've got 120 archers because I own 60 AP in champions. Well, I'm doing all that infantry. They must have all died because we had that little amount of it. Are we charging the archers up now? Yeah, we definitely are charging the archers up. Which is going to mean we win this battle, but we're also going to take a few Fiend Champion losses probably. Oh, we actually didn't take a single one. Yeah, so that was a quick siege. Obviously I did go down very fast, which is kind of sad, but we did take the castle. We can go ahead and pillage, obviously. Oh, we've left 400 in the garrison. I'm just going to take out some of the biggest troop counts, and that should just be fine here. Yeah, we should just be able to take this out. So I'll be back once we're sieging. Actually, we need to do the vault first. So I'll be back with the vault, then we'll be sieging the last fief. So I'll see you then. Right, so we're back, Susie. We've got the vault for Onika here. I'm not too sure who it's going to go to. I think it's worth going to Vipon. Voldia might get the next castle though. I'm not too sure. We'll obviously go ahead and see. So I'll be back once we're ready to launch assault. So I'll see you then. Right, so we're back. We're launching assault on the final fief of the Western Empire. They have 551 men. Hopefully I don't go down super fast. I think I'm not going to go up until a little bit later, because normally when I just rush up the ladders, it doesn't work out very well. Well, I end up dying pretty quick. I think we're going to go over this side, because obviously if they can't hit us with the catapult, then that's just amazing. Obviously with our archers being set up and this being a lower wall, we should actually be able to get a lot easier a victory on this siege here. Because the wall's not super low down, but it's not high up, so we can easily, hopefully, crush them here. And obviously with destroying this final fief, the Western Empire will die. I doubt any of the clans will join anybody, considering that war with me in the West. Not me in the West, me in Valandia. So they'll have to declare war on my kingdom and Valandia at the same time. We might end up having war with like the Northern Empire or something. Because the North's pretty weak. Well, not pretty weak, but it's getting absolutely devastated by the West. Not the West, Valandia. Obviously the West, the North, the South, and the Britannians, I think, are at war with Valandia. I know the four kingdoms are at war with Valandia. Valandia's in a four-front war. But obviously we're taking care of the West, so it's basically a three-front war. And the South sieging Ronti, but I'm pretty sure the army that just took Jalmares is going to go save Ronti. But we should just be able to take this, honestly. It should be very easy. We outnumber them heavily. They've got 500 men, we've got like 1,300. But we outnumber them just on the battlefield heavily. It also looks like they're decently spread thin trying to hold this wall. Yeah, because they're just running back and forth between each side of the ladders. So they're just letting our men up. Ooh. We are absolutely just killing them here though. We are getting a lot of kills pretty quickly here. I've got 16 kills on their defense. Yeah, we've got 87 kills to their 27. Their reinforcements don't even make much of a difference in our numbers. We still outnumber them by 50, and we probably have like 30 men on the walls, I'd say. Ooh, we're getting quite a few kills. We do need to be a little bit more careful though, because they can just swarm us, take the walls back, kill me. Then we might have a little bit of a hard time. Oh, actually no, we won't. We've got like 50 men on the walls. I thought we still had like 25, 30 men, but we have about 50 men on the walls. We should just be able to kill them all. Then once we kill them all, we can obviously do the whole this. I'm not too sure if this is going to go to Vipon, Aemon, or if it's going to go to Vuldia. I'm really not too sure who it's going to go to. It doesn't really make much of a difference, because it's a castle. Castles, it doesn't really matter who it goes to. Yeah, we're definitely getting quite a few kills. I've got 35 kills myself. Yeah, we've got 174 kills to 30. And they're on their third round of reinforcements. We haven't even got one lot. Oh, they've got a load of archers rolling up. Yeah, if we can just kill some of the troops here. Ooh, I almost just got pushed off. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to push them, but yeah, luckily we had enough men to just kill them all, because otherwise I would have got killed there. Yeah, this is going very nicely though, this episode. We obviously took a town, we're going to take 2 castles. The West's now going to be dead. We also took 2 clans, which is also pretty good. And with the West being dead, I think... I'm not too sure. We might declare war on the North, or we might declare war on the South. Ooh, I'm probably going to go down here. Yeah, I did sadly go down. But we can definitely still win this. Yeah, we've got a ton of men. There's no real, like, problem here. Yeah, there's really no problem here. I don't want to apologise for the background. I don't know if you can really hear that, but... yeah, so that's the victory here. They retreat to keep, obviously, but they're not going to win the keep defence. I'm just going to send troops or whatever it is. Yeah, they didn't even die. We didn't lose a single Fiend champion, so that's fine. Yeah, and the West is now dead. How's the West not dead? The West has a castle. Where? Oh, the West has Jesogos. Yeah, so the West isn't dead. We've got one more castle to take. So, that's actually quite funny. I didn't realise. So, we're going to obviously take... Oh, he just took it. Yeah, so that going to Vipons, not too bad. They literally just took a fief as I was about to kill them off. So, that was their last fief, but they've just took Jesogos off Valandia. That's quite funny. So, I'm going to head up to Jesogos. We're going to obviously siege that. That's another castle to us, though. So, I'll be back once we're ready to launch assault on Jesogos, so I'll see you then. Right, so we're back. This is going to be the easiest siege. They broke the walls to take the castle, which now means we can just walk through the walls and take the castle ourselves. So this is going to be extremely easy. We can just set up archers right outside the breach and just flood our men in, and that's just going to be really easy to take this.
Forward! Infantry!
We're going to get our men lined up. But yeah, we can just flood in. Because we outnumber them heavily. We outnumber them 3 to 1. They only have 171 men in total. Yeah, we can probably pick a decent chunk of them off before we even walk through the walls. Yeah, the West just made this super easy to crush that final fief. I don't know why they've got kind of like backup archers when they can't shoot out. But we've got 180 infantry against their like 20 infantry. I'm just going to charge the men, and I'm also going to push the archers into the courthouse here, and we can just easily crush them. Oh, I am actually taking a decent chunk of damage. Yeah, we are just completely and utterly wiping them though. Yeah, they got their reinforcements, but they've got no men left now. It looks like some of them are even, yeah, some of them are even retreating here. Yeah, this is going beautifully here. Yeah, so that's basically the West finished, unless they've took another castle. Which, hopefully they haven't, but at the same time it is another fief for us to take, so it's not terrible if they have. They should just make it where horses can go upstairs. Because if you don't know, I'm going backwards so you can actually go up the stairs. Which, it doesn't really make sense that they can go backwards upstairs, but not forwards. Unless it's a real life thing, which I don't think it is. But yeah, we've just crushed them. Now, there is quite a few clans that are just going to be raiding us. But obviously they won't band together all to crush us. And we can disband. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to consider what we want to do. Yeah, so the South sieging Ronti. We might want to go to war with the South. Or the North. I'm not too sure. Maybe Valandia. We can maybe go to war with Valandia. Take the fiefs that are right there. Of and Takor. I think that's what we're going to do actually. So I'll be back once we're ready to siege of. But we'll be back with the vote. Then we'll be back once we're ready to siege of. So I'll see you then. Right, so we're back. He's going to Vuldi here, which isn't bad. And then we can take the 2 castles. Hopefully they both go to Vuldi as well. Then Vuldi is going to have 4 castles, which isn't going to be terrible for him. We might... Yeah, I think we're going to either siege... Well, we're not going to siege. We're going to... I think we are 100% going to declare war on Valandia, siege of and Takor. Maybe siege like Unthley and Flintolg. Something like that. So I'll be back once we're ready to launch assault, so I'll see you then. Right, so we're back, as you can see. We're obviously in a siege here. We're sieging Takor here, which I don't think is going to be too bad. They've only got one catapult, which definitely isn't too bad. And we can also just set up right against the catapult, which means they can't hit us. I mean, you can hopefully just climb the walls, take the castle. Then we're going to obviously siege the other castle. We're going to see who both of them go to. Then I don't know what really we're going to do against Valandia, because we really just declared war because we're paying them. And because there was a few things we could take. Ooh, somebody just threw a rock at me and dealt 22 damage. Yeah, look like the Fiend Champions are doing work here. Yeah, they've managed to pick up 8 kills in like 3 seconds of them being set up. If I can just sit on the stairs. Ooh, nobody else is actually really climbing, because I didn't tell them to climb. Yeah, we are picking off quite a few men off their walls, which is obviously helpful. Yeah, we do need some more men up here. Yeah, because I can't take this wall. Ooh. They actually do have rocks over that side of the wall. I'm gonna actually climb down, hope I can get over that side for the rocks. And I can maybe throw the rocks at them, which would break their formation a lot. I think we can probably jump off here. We're just gonna full charge both units. Hopefully, yeah, they start climbing up that side as well. We are getting quite a lot of kills. 36 to 3 is very nice, because it means we're breaking down their walls. Which I've got 6, my Fiend Champions have got 24, and then our infantry's got 9 for 3, which isn't too bad. Why the rock? Oh, they've thrown all the rocks. That's actually quite funny. I went down and back up just to throw some rocks, and they're actually out. I guess they did throw quite a few. Ooh, we do need to be careful not to go down, obviously. Yeah, we are dealing with just a lot of damage to their lines. They do have pretty weak men. I don't know why such a powerful kingdom has such weak men defending this fief. Well, I guess it is a castle, not a town. But they've got like tier 2s and tier 3s. Yeah, we're absolutely just wiping them off the wall. They do still have about... It looks like they have most of their men left on the walls. If we can just sit like this, actually... Oh, I was going to say we could just get a lot of damage. But then I'm actually getting shot by their archers. Which isn't good. If we can get past our men, and they try and take this wall back, which would make sense if they did. Oh, this is gonna be hopefully very good if they try and take us back. Especially if we can break this part of the wall. We're gonna hold formation here. Then it means we can just throw rocks at them. When they start to try and take the wall back, which they probably will do. Then it'll be quite good because we can save quite a few men if we do that. Or they might just be retreating back to their gate. They definitely could be doing that, but it's better to regroup. Anyway. Because we were spreading ourselves pretty thin. Just to take the wall, which would have cost a lot more casualties. Yeah, obviously I can get quite a few bow kills here. It looks like they are charging us. Oh no, it doesn't matter, it was 2 troops. I thought that big chunk of infantry was charging us again, but it just turned out it was an archer and infantry. Yeah, we are getting quite a few kills with our bow here though, against our archers. Yeah, they're just slowly sending men, which are just getting killed here. They are starting to send a few more men, I think. Yeah, we do have a pretty big formation here though. I think it's just worth charging, honestly. Yeah, it's definitely worth charging because we have enough men in the walls now that they can't stop us. I was thinking if we have 30 men against like 70, they might be able to hold us and maybe stop us. But now that we've got most of our infantry in the walls, there's nothing they can do. Yeah, because that's 120 men against their 120, but ours is elite and there's a militia, tier 2s, tier 3s, maybe a few tier 4s. So there's not very much they can do here. Ooh, they do actually have a decent chunk of men now stopping me at the stairs. Yeah, this is going pretty nicely though. I've got 40 kills. That's actually pretty good. 40 kills is definitely very nice. Yeah, we might be able to make it to 50 kills before the end of this battle, depending on if I die or not. Yeah, well, I have 47, so we should be able to get to 50 here. Unless I die right now, we should be able to get to 50. Ooh, which I might actually die just before hitting 50. Oh, I literally did. I died on 49. That's actually sad. I could have hit 50 kills, but then I just got surrounded. I managed to pick off 1 or 2 more kills, but now we still got 49 kills, which is very nice in a battle. And we're going to take this castle. Yeah, so this is basically the victory. Yeah, so that is the victory here. We just need to obviously send troops at the keep, but that should be pretty easy here. Yeah, we did lose 1 troop, but that's not too bad. And now that we've just took their keep, we've now took Takor, which now we could do with also taking Ov. Yeah, so I'll be back with the Takor vote, and then I'll be back once we're sieging Ov. But Ov's less defended. Did they defend that? Yeah, the Northern Empire got taken prisoner here. Yeah, they got taken prisoner. Valandia now owns, besides the 3 Britannian towns, they own all of the Britannian land because they just took the Britannian town, the castles back that have been taken. Yeah, so here's the vote. It is going to go to Voldia here, which is pretty good. And I'll be back once we're ready to launch assault, so I'll see you then.
Kill them all! Charge! Charge! Follow! Infant forward!
Right, so we're back. I did say we were going to end up this episode. I'm not too sure if you want to watch that siege or not. I'm not sure if you did. I obviously do apologize, but I'll be honest, I was muted. I'm hoping it wasn't the full episode, but I think it was. I think it was just the off siege that I was muted for. But if you want to watch the siege, watch it. If not, I'll probably add on a timestamp to skip to this point. But we're going to end up the episode here anyway. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do apologize for the audio. Obviously, me not having any audio on the end of that siege. Well, on that siege, but obviously I was accidentally muted, so I do want to apologize for that. But obviously, there's nothing I can do now. And thanks for watching. And if you watch the siege, it's up to you. But obviously, it's got no audio on. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more. Thanks for watching. Peace.